All right, so first things first, I did rebranding for this YouTube channel. Specifically, I couldn't even think of the right word, but specifically because I seen way too many channels, and I don't even know what made me go and look, but I seen way too many channels with the name Street Raiders on it. So I do my best to not be like anybody else. I do have other brands for other things, so everything's kind of falling into that little umbrella. So now we are Pole Mouth Garage. I got a Pole Mouth clothing line. I have Pole Mouth kennels. So now we are Pole Mouth Garage. That said, I'm back with this 95 here. I can't seem to stop messing with this thing. Apparently I'm seriously determined to get this thing running. So like I said in the last video, I had a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to try, swap out some things. I'm not really big with throwing parts or firing the parts cannon at it, but you know, with stuff like this, you kind of got to go through it the way that you see fit. So on this right now, I already looked up all the parts, and it looked like Rock Auto got everything that I'm gonna need. It's just I checked Parts Geek 2. Theirs is a little bit higher. With even though they have free shipping, it's higher than what Rock Auto has. It with paying for shipping. So you know. But anyway, because I already planned on going through and changing the Optispark out, changing the wires out, changing the starter, and changing that ICM out. What I'm doing today is I'm gonna just go ahead and take all of that stuff off. And doing the research and everything like that, I ended up coming across somebody said it's a good possibility that the timing jumped, and I was dreading it being the timing jump. But because once you move the Optispark, you see where the sprockets are supposed to align, might as well, because I got to take that off anyway. So what I'm doing today is taking all of this apart. I'm kind of behind on my time because I wanted to do something before, but the pickup needed a whole slew of stuff. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm already dirty because I had spent a whole day and some change on full brakes, rotor job, hubs, and the front shocks on it. So that shock strut assembly. So I had my work cut out for me on that. But now we back to the 95. I can't wait to get that 88 going too. But you know, this ain't her time right now. We ran that, we raced that, we had fun with that. It's time to start over with that. So let's get to this 95. A little warm out here today too. Man. So most of this stuff look like it's gonna be pretty easy to come off. I don't think I'm gonna have no real trouble or nothing like that. I just put everything back the way that I thought it went. So pretty self-explanatory. I'm learning as I go along with this, and I'm learning a lot. The more I read, the more I find out, the more possibilities of problems it could be, which I don't necessarily mind. Best part about this is that it already don't have no coolant in it, so I ain't got to worry about that portion of it. So I am going to go ahead and get all of this stuff off again. Since we've already done this once. Well, somebody did, but put it back together. I'll say that. So, but we're taking it back apart. Really been looking forward to getting this thing running. It just have not been as easy as what I would have liked for it to be. So we take it for what it is. We take it in stride. There are some fairly new looking parts on here. Oh, we'll take it. Anything I don't have to spend money on, I'm cool with that. Hence the name Pole Mouth, because I'm really a person who does not mind not spending money. I tell them quit. I ain't got it. So yeah, we gonna keep the whole tradition of being cheap going. Ha! I might as well go ahead and order these gaskets. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to take that off too. That's what we do this for. The fun. Still had a little bit of fluid left in there. Got that tensioner on order as well. I just didn't like the way that it felt. Now, if this doesn't work, I don't know, man. The ignition thing should be what it is because we got fuel and air all around it. The worst case scenario right now, like I was dreading the Optispark and the timing and stuff, but if this doesn't work, only other thing that I can think of as far as a possibility goes for problems would be the compression. And if we have no compression, then this is just a dud all the way around. And I'm not gonna dig into this engine to I'm not gonna dig into this engine for the sake of trying to get it running. It's the smallest one. And I don't know, man. I don't see a purpose in trying that hard. Getting it running under its own power is one thing, but going in to change stuff out internally on the engine, when I think this thing came with like 200 horses. No thank you. I'm not gonna do that. So if it turns out to not be this and it's a compression issue, I'm gonna just pull the whole engine out. Scrap it and go and find me a LS sooner than what I had wanted to have to find one, because I mean, overall, yeah, that's pretty much what this is going to end up being, because I like power, you know. There ain't enough horsepower for me. But because I am cheap, personally, I would like to get this running first, and I can drive this around as is for a little while I save some money to go and get me a LS. But we'll see what happens. But this part right here is cool to me, man. I don't mind. Get it done. I don't know. Work. Do some work instead of sitting in the house and watching TV and doing nothing, basically, or playing video games. But that's exactly what I'm doing if I ain't doing something like this. But we got a lot of work to do with this, I think, and until we get to that point, we got to do what we got to do to make sure that we get to that point. I think that's on like a, looks like a dowel pin. All right. It didn't even look like it was really no coolant in here. It looked more like it was water in here. But this is, oops, the name of the game. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's on a dowel pin, and I don't have my rubber mallet. Let's see if I can't. Should be only 4, unless there's another one on here that I don't know about. Don't feel like it. Feels like it's just been on there for a long time, or either that or it's rusted on them dowel pins maybe. I don't want to break nothing, but yeah, like it need to be broke off of here. What's that? What we got here? I mean, it's giving me nothing too. Huh. I'm gonna have to take that off, but well, hold on, wait a minute now. I could be wrong. What is that? Let's grab a flashlight. Oh. That's, huh. That definitely is another bolt. All right. Well, there's 6 bolts on this. Six bolts for the water pump, and I just found it in the back. That's too much. Look at that. It just, really wanted to use this gun for that. Looks like we are going to have to use good old-fashioned manpower. Which is probably the better idea, because guns are unforgiving. If one of these bad boys decide to break, that's what you stuck with, a broken bolt in a block, and that would suck. Which, this one feels like it's good to come out, just taking its time. It's still got a good little bite to it, but now I can live with that. Now, that said, once you get it broke loose, I'm still lazy. I'm gonna take the easy way out. That other side is a little bit more difficult. So let's go with the easy side first. All right. Let's see that. Kind of funky. All right. Now I have to take this off, which looks like, I don't know, maybe a charcoal canister or something. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure somebody can tell me what it is, but I'm not sure what this is. In fact, I'm gonna put a light on it. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks charcoal canistery, and it looks like 3 bolts is holding that on. 3 10s. Let's take those off. That's cool. It comes with a rubber bushing on it. And take that off. Okay. I guess this would have had to come out anyway for the sake of having to route my, oh, wait, no, that's something completely different. But yeah, looks like that was gonna have to come off anyway to be able to route my spark plug wires once they get here. Now I have to figure out how to get this bracket off. It doesn't look like it's bolted on by nothing. That's just, what is that? I am lost on that one. It's like a, it's almost like it's a part of the block. That, how the heck? I think, we gonna give it a shot. I can't make no promises on this. I'm figuring this out as I go along. All right, let's try you. I don't know, that might be too long. Yep, that is too long, so no gun. Well, wasn't hard to break loose, so that's good. I'm not losing my mind. Hold up, I gotta get a. There it is. And a magnet. You're dropping stuff. You need all of that to stay in the same spot. Love a good magnet. If you don't have you a magnet, the extendable one, you should get one, especially for situations like this where you do not feel like getting down on the ground. All right, so believe that one bolt holds this bracket in, which holds that last bolt. There you go. Mounting bracket for whatever that canister is. I believe that's a charcoal canister or whatever, but that's what that is, and that bolt goes in there and it bolts to the block. So now we have one bolt back here. Should be the last bolt to get that water pump off. Let's see what we get. All right, take this last bolt out. Let's see if that is the winning ticket. Get this water pump off. Take that off. All right. Look at that. Just as stink as the other one. Like carbon or something. So, still got those dial pins, I believe, to deal with, but we shouldn't have any more bolts here. Let's see if we can get some movement. Oh, we got movement. And this is probably gonna drop some water out of there. Yeah, a little bit, not too much. Looks like most of that has already made its way out. And we have ourselves a water pump. Now, I did not know that. Look at that. So apparently, that might not even be good, to be honest with you. That sounds a little rough. I hear that? I ain't 100% sure, but I don't think I'm supposed to be able to hear that. Alright, well. Yeah, I didn't know that this was built like that. Like a sprocket. And I can feel that move, so I'm going to have to get that on order too. I don't like the way that feels. This thing was probably overheating for all I know. Whew. So, yep. And we have a, what would you call that? A little gear sticking from out of here. All right. To make sure that the water pump spins. So, now, which again, this really isn't a bad job right here, at least for right now, so far. But it could get worse. I have no idea in its entirety what I'm getting myself into. I'm just here. All that. That's a plug there. I'm gonna pull that off, and I believe the new one that I have coming comes with that, so I shouldn't have a issue, but I'll leave it there for now. I'm gonna block these holes up before it's all said and done with. I'm gonna block these holes up. Let's see, what does that look like? That's clear, so that's good. It's not milky or nothing like that. I can live with that. And I'm not exactly sure how this comes off exactly, but let's see what we can't figure out here. So firstly, we gotta take this pulley off down here at the crank, which that comes off pretty easy, or at least it has been so far. For me anyway. I can't speak for anybody else. Let me take that off. I'll lay that on the ground for now. And now I have to, that's a plug. Does that go into this? No, it doesn't. That is not a plug. That is a vacuum. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a picture of this so I don't forget where everything goes. Alright. It looks like it's maybe 3 mountain bolts. I can see 2 for sure, and a possible 3rd. Maybe there's a 4th. Not completely sure. But I believe after I pull this off, I should be able to tell whether the timing has skipped. I'm gonna have to get it to top dead center on the #1 cylinder, but that's doable. All right, let's see what we get. What size that is, but it is not a 10. Maybe it's standard. It is standard. That is a 3/8. So just our approach here. Pretty loose. Hopefully this is pretty simple. Looks like I gotta pull that off. That was loose. Wonder why that one was loose. These other two definitely wait a minute, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I believe I missed this one in my count. I believe that might be the last samurai here. Holding that in place. It's very weird because it seems like, okay, that's a short one. The one's closer to the block. Doy. We got boom. 3 long ones and a short one. That short one goes it's the only one that's short and it goes closest to the block, so that short one is that one that was loose back here. Or maybe I pulled out the wrong bolt, because that could definitely be a possibility. Let's see. Let me try to, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think that's exactly what took place. I don't think that has anything to do. I ain't got nothing to do with that Optispark. I think that's just a timing chain cover bolt. I done took it out. Oh well, it was loose anyway. Timing belt, maybe. I think this one's chain driven. But yeah, let's put that back, because that ain't had nothing to do with what we were trying to accomplish. Alright. Now I'm going to pull each one of these plugs off. Which I probably should have did that before, but you know, sometimes I get ahead of myself. Man, that routing is going to be so much fun. Look at that. That goes, God, that's going to suck. so stupid. It's dumb. It is. It's dumb. Imagine wanting to tune up your vehicle, and now you gotta play Where's Waldo with the plugs on this side. This side, nowhere near that bad, but you gotta play Where's Waldo with the plugs that's on this side, just to sneak them through there. And man, I might have to come up with some kind of plan for that one. But yeah, that's gonna blow big time. Uh-oh, that came out before I wanted it to. But I'm gonna pop these plugs off. I already got the fire in order. I got a little picture of that. So even though I've never done this before for one of these, it has been taken care of. What is that? So I know where I'm going back with plugs. Okay. I think that is supposed. What in the world? I am not sold on this. What is? Okay. We'll try to remember that. Alright. That's what we have this video for, to go back and look at stuff. Alright, Opti, you can come on out. So, we have that clover. This is a very weird setup to me. But we have that clover. And from what they said is that the dowel pin that sticks from out of the block is supposed to fall in there. Now I don't know if this is supposed to feel any different than what it does as far as spinning, but it spins freely. It doesn't have any play in it, but maybe it just fails or something like that. I don't even know if y'all was able to see that, to be honest with you. But yeah, this came off pretty easy. The dowel pin was in this hole here. So yeah, maybe that's it. We're going to find out. I'm gonna keep looking at this and seeing if anything stands out to me. But for right now, it just looks like regular wear and tear on this Optispark. Yeah. Yay. All right, we got that piece off, and that is stationary. That's good. So now that we got that off, I'm gonna do a little bit more research, because what I'm not completely certain about is if this little dowel pin is supposed to be in a specific spot when this is at top dead center. So that's what my next bit of research is going to be. And once I find that out, I'll be back out here to turn this over. Matter of fact, I'm trying to remember how the heck I did that. Not excited. I know what I'm gonna have to do, but that's gonna take a little bit of doing here. Let me see. I'm gonna have to get the plug out. Number one. Right there. 1-7. This one, right? Yeah. That's one. It's a short one. Luckily. yeah. Found us a spark plug socket. Go ahead and take that out. That's interesting. Even the injectors are numbered. 1, 3, 5, and 7 on this side. I guess you could say they did their due diligence to make sure you don't mess this up. Oh, come on now. Okay. And you got that. So it don't look too bad. Like I said, they look fairly new. AC Delco, so they went back with the original. It's a little dirty, which just probably comes from the block or whatever. But I can even smell the fuel on it, which means that I'm not getting no fire on it. Yeah, I can smell the gas on the plug. So not getting no fire, so I'm leaning more and more toward that being, or my issue being, this Optispark deal. I would like to spin this joker. I don't think I can spin this by hand. They don't got no center. Or does it? I think that is a bolt. That is a bolt. Alright, let's see if I can't find the right size bolt for that. Now, matter of fact, I need to tighten this back up. Why are they the same size? Stupid. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I can get a 16 to fit on there. Trying to find a place to put this without messing it up, knocking it down. All right. Spin this baby. And it has to be on the compression stroke, which is always fun. Which I guess, in a sense, kind of lets me know if this thing has compression. Maybe. Yep. I can, well, at least on the number 1 cylinder, it has compression. I can hear the air coming out. I need something thin. So the old school way, this older guy taught me, was You take something thin, which this is all I have right now in a zip tie, and I'm not sure if this is going to work, but anyway, take like a thin piece of metal, you stick it in there, and when you turn it, the engine should stop turning. That's how you know you hit top dead center, when you put this or a thin piece of metal in that first one. You know, you don't want to kill it, but that's a good way to find out, especially if you don't have like a borescope, like somebody like me who is poor does not have. You utilize what you can. So I'm gonna stick that in that spark plug hole. I don't think that I've made top dead center on this one yet. All right. Okay. Hopefully that stays. And I'm just gonna turn it and see if that catches it how I believe it should. But I'll keep an eye on it just in case. It's starting to move. Just pushing it out. Come on. I'll make sure it don't come out, but it feels like it wants to come out. Come on, be nice. Yep. All right. So we are at top dead center on the compression stroke. It's a good thing I didn't have to go all the way back around. Maybe I can go a little more, because I got free will to move that. Dang, I think that was it, and I might have messed it up. I guess we got to go all the way back around again, because now it's going down. This is spinning our engine. And my shirt back, thank you. My good sir. Yep. All right. That's my top dead center. So we have it in the right spot now, which is cool. Like I said, I'm gonna plug these holes up, put something in there, so no nothing. Try to say that or claim it as its own, and say they discovered it, like old Christopher Columbus, and try to keep it for themselves. So yeah, I'm plug these holes up, go and do some more research. But once I get parts now, that's when I'll be back out to put all of this together. As you can see, this is some type of contraption that they put together, and they have a fitting that they decided to put in there. So yep, that's all what we believe we're done for today. So we got our Optispark off. We took pictures, made sure everything was going to stay where it needs to be at, so I can run those spark plug wires back. Got it at top dead center, so we can check our timing. I believe that's where that dial pin is supposed to be. If you know something, feel free, let me know. Again, I don't know everything there is to know about LT1. I'm learning as I go along, which makes it fun for me. So yeah, any information I'm okay with, feel free. Stuff is on order. I just got to go back and order that water pump because I don't like how that felt at all. So yeah, we're going to deal with that. And once we get those parts, then we'll be back to do some more tinkering with this and see if we can get it started under its own power. Like I said, pull that spark plug out. I could smell the fuel on the plug, but we wasn't getting no, it wasn't even trying to like cough to wake up or nothing. So yeah, that pretty much tells me that I don't have any spark. So we're gonna get that spark thing taken care of, and we're gonna run with that. So we were sitting at about $366, something like that. It's like $366 for all of those parts off of Rock Auto. But I got to go back and see how much a water pump costs. Literally have no idea, but we'll see how much it costs and get that coming too. So give or take, we'll probably be a little over 400 into it to get this thing running, which shouldn't be a big deal. But we'll see. Hopefully this solves our problem. But that's why we do this. I want to do this as cheap as humanly possible, get this back running under this own strength so I can pretty much drive it every day, because I think I'm going to really enjoy driving this once I get this back rolling. But yeah, man, Pole Mouth Garage, we are here and we will get this thing running. I have full confidence in myself. I'll get this running.
Number hustle, yeah. More Duke, Eddie G, hustle, number one.
That's all we know.
Yeah, number hustles, trappers, ballers, live around. Yeah, 365 grind, thugging on. Yeah, guaranteed to